Well, good day, all. I'm Epstein, and here we are. And this is your metal market wrap-up. And it's your weekend edition. We'll look at only weekly charts, and this is Friday evening, actually, the 24th of March, 2023. All right. Gold has been getting the bid because of the banking crisis. Now, I thought it would get another level today, and it's not. Deutsche Bank, we wake up in the morning, a big problem with them, especially with their insurance problems. And big problem there with they got to have certain insurance for running the bank, and big issues. It got so bad that Janet Yellen called an unscheduled meeting, got in Jerome Powell into it, I'm sure the head of the FDIC and other branches that have to do with the money all the way through. There's things that you and I don't understand that they bring in. And they brought out their playbook. They didn't have to dust it off because they've been using it. And I'm sure that they had to figure out, here's what we do for this, this, and this, and they had it ready to go. And it's ready to go. You don't know that another shoe won't drop over the weekend. But we know that the bear raiders, that's what I want to call it. The bear raiders are out and they're looking at everything, be it U.S. banks, banks abroad. They're looking at it. The window is open. The opportunity is open because they're challenging now the banking system and the banks that have these problems on their books for whatever reason. Not everybody has the same problems our banks have. Deutsche Bank has been known for its problems. Credit Suisse was a cesspool of problems. That's the only way you could really say it. They were always in the news for something wrong. Now what comes down is everybody's trying to figure out what happens to all the good talent there. Well, certain banks will get them, certain banks won't. People might stay with the ship. You don't know what's going to happen. When we take a look at gold, this chart's bullish. Support's clearly back at 1816, but to get there, you lose this whole momentum of this up thrust. You don't want to take out the past low that you just made to get down there. Where's the market at? Well, it's challenging the old high of 1985 on a weekly close-only chart. You finished off at the 1983.80, so you're back there. You're not at the 2000 level on a closing basis. On the weekly bar chart, it has certainly been lift them out, and you've done that with higher lows, higher highs, and I'm proud of this chart. I want you to go back and you just look weeks ago when we were here, I called something. I told you got a bullish crossover. It's when the red line crossed the green. In other words, the 18-week average crossed the 100. The daily charts were at 1815 to 1810 in the April, and I said, if this market's going to be good, could be where it comes from. I did not expect that you would run from there, from 1814 all the way up here to a high of 2014. If you think that's what I thought in this period of time, well, thank you. I saw the market holding. I didn't know if it was going at $20,000. Nor did I know at that point here that there was a banking crisis. I mean, come on. I mean, that's the honesty. I am honest. I'm right and wrong. I'm a Mr. Swiss cheese. I'm wrong a lot. I had one person tell me, you're getting senile, you're forgetting. Okay, sometimes I forget. I'm 70-some-odd years old. Okay, I can live with that. Do I think I am? I'm on Prevagen. What is wrong with all of you? I'm there. I even know who my wife is. All right, so you come up here, you look at the upper Bollinger Band. Nah, I wouldn't tell clients to buy at that number. That's a resistance number. Take the name off. Forget everything else. If you buy Bollinger Band tops, every now and then you get a little spurt that lasts, but inevitably they come back to get you. It is not the place to go short. It is the place not to add new money. Is that fair enough? Is it the place to take money off the table? It all depends what the Bollinger Band is doing, and I teach that in my charting course in spades. It's like 15 chapters. You'll learn how to do it. You'll master it over a weekend, and you go, whoa. And then each morning you join me on my subscriber videos, one for the spiders, the other for the futures. All of a sudden you're going, I got it. And you do. And I get people writing me, look at our testimonials. I don't make those up. All right. You're in a resistance zone in the gold-silver ratio, and now you're pulling back. This does not mean on the weekly chart that silver is stronger than gold by a lot. Whenever you're over the 18-week, it means, okay, you're getting a pullback in that strength, but it's not in a trend at this point. You are trending that way on the weeklies, on the dailies rather. You have higher high, lower low. You're sort of in middleman's land on the weekly chart here. But what I do like is between this and copper, copper's trying to come alive. Some of these metals that have to do with China are suddenly perking up. And, you know, that's what the Chinese have to do. We're through with the lunar holiday. We're through with the COVID influence. So now it's a question, can they come alive? Other economies were not all falling. The service economy in Europe and America is powerfully strong, stronger than their central banks and our central bank thought. And I don't see them getting weaker into the spring. Just the opposite is people are going to be hiring. Think about it. Whenever you go to Europe, do you want to eat inside the restaurant or outside? You go to Venice, you can't wait to be in the cafes outside. These all need people to serve you, to clean the areas, to take care of the piazzas, to work the boats. None of that's going during the wintertime. It changes in the countries of cold climates where, fortunately, the biggest economies are. Not all of them. India is a pretty big economy. It's got its own weather. That was interesting what India did, and they arrested Mr. Gandhi. It seems like a political coup. Now that guy can't run for office. They have certain rules that if they do this, you can't have it run. Mr. Modi did something interesting there. Higher high, lower low. When we look here, where's the resistance? It's staring you in the face in platinum. Now, if you can get over 10-12 on a closing basis, I get bullish. That will turn me to say, okay, you're now over all these parts. You opened up the door for the 1098 level. In the dollar, getting down to the lower Bollinger Band for me is the zone that the pros will cover shorts. Now, you've just missed it by 16 points this week, but you're getting in that ballpark. Yes, I see that the bias is down. I wouldn't mind seeing it bounce. I think it's going to create sooner or later some sideways action here. So I put it together, try to come up with ideas. By the way, that's my news page, just so you can see it. And I have all these different parts in my charting software, so I get all the news in there if I want it. I get other news feeds, of course. I've got computer screens all over this room, but it's interesting how you can look at one thing and get it all. Our charting software is cool, to say at the very least. All right. So if you'd like to learn how to work with Bollinger Bands, and you see how important they are, watch this, take advantage of it. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'll see you all Monday morning. Take care. Welcome. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'm here to talk about my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Now, many of you have taken my regular charting course, and if not, you might think you know something about Bollinger Bands. As you know, Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time, and on a chart, it will offer on the top part resistance, on the bottom support, and the idea is the market will travel within them. We know that sometimes it latches onto that band, goes up or goes down. Well, how do you play with that? Can you pyramid the positions off that type of thinking? Well, I've applied all three of these into 13 different videos that teach you my concept of it. And from that concept, you're able to work with weekly charts and or daily charts. The 13 videos, each about 7 minutes long. The idea here is not to put you in school forever, but to teach. Now, if you haven't tried my complete futures research, I throw that in as well. Whether you've tried this or not, I think it's worth taking a look at. I think you're going to learn something from there. That research, by the way, covers twice daily market updates for you and access to what I call window envelope numbers, which I think are very important when looking at these Bollinger Bands. The next part is a trial to our charting software so you can make your charts look the same way that mine do. It's that simple. Where do you go with it and how do you get all this? It's simple. You go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. If you go to the word education, everything you need is answered there. You can also call my staff. They'll be happy to help you get set up. I'm Ira Epstein, on the road to your education.